Early life and beginnings. Patrick Crerand, born on 19 February 1941 in Glasgow, Scotland, would go on to become one of the most influential midfielders in the history of Manchester United. Raised in the industrial heartland of Glasgow, Crerand was immersed in football from a young age, and his early years in the city's football scene would be key to shaping his career. His natural talent was evident from an early age, and it wasn't long before he joined local youth sides. Known for his technical skill, intelligence, and ability to dictate play, Crerand's potential was clear, and it wasn't long before professional clubs came calling. Crerand's formal entry into professional football came when he signed for Celtic at the age of 15 in 1956, though it wasn't until the 1959-1960 season that he began to make an impact in the first team. He initially spent time with the reserve team, learning the ropes of the game while awaiting an opportunity in the senior squad. His breakthrough came during a period of transition for Celtic, a time when the club was undergoing significant changes, including the introduction of new tactics and a focus on developing young talent. Crerand was a standout performer in these early years, playing with a maturity beyond his years. Move to Manchester United. While Crerand had made a name for himself at Celtic, his big move came in 1963 when he joined Manchester United for a transfer fee of £25,000, a significant sum at the time. The transfer was part of United manager Sir Matt Busby's efforts to revitalise the team after the tragic Munich air disaster in 1958, which had claimed the lives of 8 United players. By the early 1960s, United were slowly rebuilding, and Crerand's arrival added a layer of technical sophistication to the midfield. Under the stewardship of Busby, United had begun to restore their reputation as a dominant force in English football, and Crerand was a pivotal part of this resurgence. His style of play, characterized by his vision, passing range, and tactical intelligence, perfectly complemented United's attacking philosophy. With United, Crerand quickly established himself as a fixture in the midfield, becoming a key cog in the engine room alongside legendary players such as Bobby Charlton and George Best. The glory years at Manchester United. Pat Crerand's time at Manchester United would span over a decade, and during that period, he would win several key domestic and international trophies, solidifying his place as one of the club's most influential players. In the 1960s and early 1970s, United experienced both highs and lows. The club won the 1965 and 1967 First Division titles with Crerand firmly established as a vital part of the squad. Known for his intelligent passing, tenacity, and ability to read the game, Crerand's presence in the center of the park was invaluable. He was not just a creative player but also a robust defensive presence, often breaking up opposition attacks with well-timed tackles. His leadership on the field, combined with his technical skills, made him a leader in the dressing room and on the pitch. One of the highlights of Crerand's career at United came in 1968, when the club triumphed in the European Cup, defeating Benfica 4-1 in the final at Wembley. The victory was a landmark achievement in United's history and a vindication of Sir Matt Busby's rebuilding efforts following the Munich disaster. Crerand played a key role in United's success during that campaign, contributing with his passing and playmaking ability as the team lifted the prestigious European trophy for the first time in their history. The victory cemented Crerand's legacy as part of one of the most successful United teams of all time. In addition to his European success, Crerand continued to win domestic honors with United. He was instrumental in the club's back-to-back league titles in 1965 and 1967. Playing in central midfield alongside legends such as Charlton and Nobby Stiles. His composure on the ball and his ability to orchestrate play from the center of the pitch were crucial to United's dominance during these years. Later years and retirement. Crerand's role at United began to evolve during the early 1970s, as the team went through a period of transition. As United struggled to maintain their early 1960s dominance, Crerand's contributions became even more vital, though the team experienced mixed results in the league and cup competitions. In 1971, he was still a first-team regular, but by the 1972-1973 season, the club's fortunes had begun to wane. and Crerand was gradually phased out as the club sought to inject fresh talent into the squad. In 1973, after a decade of service to Manchester United, Crerand left the club and returned to his native Scotland, signing with the lesser-known club, Fort Lauderdale Strikers, in the NASL, North American Soccer League. His time in the United States was short, but it marked the end of his illustrious playing career. After leaving the Strikers in 1974, Crerand retired from playing professionally, bringing an end to a remarkable career that had spanned over 17 years in top-tier football. Post-retirement life and legacy. Following his retirement from playing, Crerand remained a prominent figure in football. He took up a career in media, becoming a respected football pundit and commentator. His in-depth knowledge of the game, combined with his calm demeanor and articulate insights, made him a sought-after analyst for television networks. His work as a commentator allowed him to stay closely connected to the sport, and his understanding of the game was valued by both fans and fellow professionals. Crerand's legacy at Manchester United remains firmly intact. He is remembered not just as a skilled midfielder but also as a key part of a team that restored the club to its place among Europe's elite. His contributions to United's European success in 1968 and his role in the team's league triumphs in the 1960s ensured that Crerand remains a beloved figure in the club's storied history. His ability to control the midfield and his understanding of the game make him one of the best to have played for Manchester United. Off the pitch, Crerand's legacy extends beyond his playing career. He was part of a unique era in English football, one that saw the transformation of the game into the global spectacle it is today. His name continues to be mentioned with great reverence by United supporters, and his presence in the team remains a symbol of the club's golden era. Honors and recognition. Pat Crerand's impact on football, particularly at Manchester United, has been long recognized. He remains one of the club's most cherished midfielders, and his name is always associated with the team's resurgence in the 1960s and their first European Cup triumph in 1968. Crerand's work, both on the pitch and as a football pundit, ensured that his influence in the sport continued long after he hung up his boots. Throughout his career, Crerand earned a range of honors and accolades, including 2 English First Division, 1965, 1967. European Cup, 1968. FA Cup, 1963. FA Charity Shield, 1965, 1967. His legacy as one of Manchester United's finest players is well established, and his contributions to the club remain a source of pride for fans of the Red Devils.